This is the ultimate symbol of wealth. A floating palace longer than a football field, designed to conquer the 7 seas. With a staggering price tag of $500 million, this mega yacht is more expensive than most private islands. It features a fully certified helipad, allowing billionaires to arrive and depart without ever touching land. Onboard amenities include a glass-bottom pool that hovers directly above the main deck, defying gravity. Inside, even the smallest details scream luxury, with bathroom fixtures cast from solid 24-karat gold. But to understand this beast, we must look at the scale. A human is merely a speck against its massive propulsion system. Building this Leviathan is an engineering miracle that compresses millions of man-hours into a 3-year construction timeline. We are gaining exclusive access to the shipyard to witness how this $500 million dream becomes a reality. It all starts here in the design office. Every curve and bulkhead is digitally simulated before a single piece of metal is cut. In the steel workshop, robotic plasma cutters slice through thick marine-grade steel plates with surgical precision. The heat is intense. These plates will form the outer skin of the hull, designed to withstand the harshest ocean storms. Overhead cranes lift these multi-ton sections, moving them to the assembly hall like pieces of a gigantic jigsaw puzzle. Welders work around the clock to fuse the plates together. The structural integrity of the entire ship depends on these seams. The keel is laid first. This is the backbone of the ship, the very first step in the physical birth of the vessel. Day by day, the skeleton rises. Ribs are attached to the keel, creating the framework that gives the yacht its shape. To save time, the ship is built in mega blocks. These prefabricated sections are so heavy, they require specialized transporters. Cranes lower the blocks into dry dock. The tolerance for error here is measured in millimeters. Every weld is inspected. Our site manager checks the seams personally, knowing that a single crack could be catastrophic at sea. We even use X-ray technology to see inside the metal, ensuring there are no air bubbles or weaknesses deep within the steel. Finally, the steel hull is complete. It looks raw and rusted now, but the majestic shape of the yacht is undeniable. Teams of workers grind down the rough edges. This prepares the surface for the many layers of protection it will receive. Now comes the heart of the beast. Massive 16-cylinder diesel engines are lifted high into the air by cranes. They are lowered into the deep belly of the hull. Once the decks are closed, these engines will never be removed. Engineers bolt the engines to the frame. These mounts must absorb massive vibrations to keep the passenger decks silent. A complex network of pipes is installed. These are the veins of the ship, carrying fuel, water, and hydraulic fluid. Miles of electrical cabling are run through the ceiling trays, powering everything from the radar to the bedside lamps. Meanwhile, the superstructure is built separately from aluminum to keep the top of the ship lightweight and stable. In a process called the wetting, the aluminum top is lifted and placed onto the steel hull. Joining steel and aluminum requires a special bimetallic strip to prevent chemical corrosion between the 2 different metals. The yacht finally looks like a ship, but it is still just a metal shell, far from the luxury finish required. To achieve a mirror finish, workers mix a special fairing compound. This epoxy putty will hide every bump in the metal, trowel by trowel. The entire hull is covered. This is an artistic process that requires an incredible amount of manual. Once dry, the hull is sanded down. Longboards are used to ensure the curves are perfectly fair and smooth. Inspections are rigorous. Even a deviation of a fraction of a millimeter is marked and must be resanded. The ship is then wrapped in a massive tent. This creates a clean room environment for the high-gloss paint job. Painters in protective suits apply the primer. The air must be perfectly filtered to prevent dust from ruining the finish. The top coat is applied. This special marine paint costs thousands of dollars per gallon and creates a wet look shine. When the tent comes down, the transformation is shocking. The rusty steel is now a gleaming, flawless white sculpture. Beneath the waterline, the massive bronze propellers are installed. These will push the 5,000-ton vessel through the water. On deck, carpenters lay down teak planks. This rare wood is chosen for its beauty and natural resistance to rot. The wood is sanded to a velvet finish. This step alone costs more than a luxury family home. Custom curved glass windows are installed. They must be strong enough to resist waves, but clear enough for panoramic views. Inside, the noise isolation begins. Thick insulation is packed into the walls to ensure total silence for the guests. Skilled joiners install the wooden wall panels. The interior skeleton is slowly covered by high-end cabinetry. In the stone workshop, rare marble imported from Italy is cut with high-pressure water jets. Each piece of stone is book-matched, meaning the veins align perfectly across the floor like a mirrored image. Artisans apply gold leaf to the ceiling moldings. This delicate work takes weeks of patience and a steady hand. A custom crystal chandelier is assembled in the atrium. It is designed to not sway, even when the ship is rolling. The bridge is fitted with state-of-the-art navigation screens. This is the brain of the ship, controlling every system. Our manager checks the radar integration. Safety is paramount when piloting a $500 million asset. The loose furniture arrives. Custom sofas upholstered in the finest leathers are carefully carried into the salon. Seamstresses hand-stitch the final details. Nothing here is factory standard. Everything is bespoke to the owner's taste. The onboard cinema is fitted with velvet soundproofing and 4 Kelvin projectors for the ultimate movie experience at sea. The galley rivals a Michelin-starred restaurant kitchen, equipped to serve banquet dinners for dozens of guests. The wine cellar is tested for vibration. Fine wines must be kept perfectly still, even in rough waters. On the sun deck, the jacuzzi is fitted. Engineers check the heating systems and jets for the perfect relaxation temperature. A full-size gym is installed. The equipment is bolted to the floor to prevent accidents during high swell. The beach club at the stern is tested. Hydraulic doors open to create a swimming platform right on the water level. A final white glove inspection is conducted. Every light switch, drawer, and handle is tested for perfection. The day of the launch arrives. Valves are opened, and water rushes into the dry dock for the first time. The massive vessel lifts off its blocks. It floats perfectly level, confirming the naval architect's calculations. Tugboats carefully guide the yacht out of the shed. It is a tight squeeze, with only inches to spare. For the first time, sunlight hits the finished superstructure as it enters the open harbor. Sea trials begin. Engineers monitor the engines closely as the captain pushes the throttles forward. The yacht performs high-speed maneuvers. It cuts through the waves with stability and power, proving its seaworthiness. A traditional christening ceremony marks the handover. A bottle of champagne is smashed against the bow for good luck. The crew lines up in dress whites. They are ready to serve the billionaire owner, who will soon step aboard. At night, the underwater lights turn on, creating a magical aura around the hull in the dark water. Our journey ends here. From a pile of steel plates, thousands of workers have created a floating masterpiece. The $500 million palace sails into the sunset, ready to explore the furthest corners of the globe.